Broly is the strongest. Before I begin, I would appreciate if you guys would like and subscribe for more anime, manga, and in general, fictional content. I would also like to mention that this is only through Z and GT. Super will not be part of this argument at all, because it's the Z movies, not Super. Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, the man who destroyed the Southern Galaxy and who has immeasurable power that he can't control. Dragon Ball Z is a show that is contrived on power scaling, and its power scaling makes sense. In early Dragon Ball, we get characters who are able to destroy the moon. The first instance we see is Master Roshi, who destroyed the moon to stop Kid Goku from ending the lives of all the viewers of the World Tournament. This shows the earliest instances of strength of Dragon Ball. While we get different statements about the rest of the Dragon Ball, the next biggest significant feat is Piccolo destroying the moon in early Dragon Ball Z. He did this to stop Kid Gohan from destroying the planet at the time. This will show the instant threat of the Saiyans because we see Raditz completely destroy Goku and Piccolo. But if the threat of the Saiyans weren't obvious, we see Vegeta destroy planet Arlia. You know, the planet full of bugs that Vegeta destroyed with 2 fingers. With these feats, it signifies the early strengths of Dragon Ball. In the arc afterwards, we get shown the next villain in Frieza, who has strengths of large planetary at the very least to star level. Seeing these characters grow in strength makes it obvious that this series is one that continues to make the villains stronger arc by arc, making the protagonists overpower them and break their limits to get rid of them. We see this as Goku gained a massive power up in Super Saiyan, the best form in the series. The evolution of their power continues to evolve every arc. So what could the next power be? If you all know the series as much as I do, then we both know the next arc is the Android and Cell arcs. While we don't get a massive power amp in the Android arc in comparison to the Frieza arc, we do learn that the androids are way stronger than Frieza, since they were able to deal with Goku with a heart virus and Vegeta quite easily. Goku had lost to Android 19, while Vegeta lost to Android 18 quite easily. Now for Cell, we get another huge amp. That amp is the ability to destroy a solar system, making Gohan grow and become stronger than someone who can destroy a solar system. Now this is where we get a problem with the movie timelines and their scaling, which is why the movies can't be declared as canon to the original series. This film fits in the 10 days that Cell gave the Z Warriors to train to prepare for him. Why is this a problem? Well, the first instance we see of Broly in this film is him destroying the Southern Galaxy. This is an incredible feat, because this was the time before we learned about the Dragon Ball macrocosm. Not only that, but Koyama assumed that Cell would be at least multi-solar system, but this was further from the truth. This Broly was too strong to where the story was, which is why it makes no sense for it to be canon, just like it makes no sense for the other movies to be canon as well. With that being said, we learned that Broly destroyed a galaxy in base. Knowing that the Super Saiyan multiplier is 50 times, that would mean Broly's blue-haired form is a 50 times multiplier, while Legendary Super Saiyan is just an arbitrary number over Super Saiyan. But with that fact, that would mean Broly is 50 times galaxy level, putting him in multi-galaxy levels of power at the very least. This makes complete sense, as he was completely toying around and destroying the Z Warriors when they fought. He was mocking them, and even tanked through strong blasts that would normally defeat any of the prior opponents. Broly was practically unfazed, completely destroying the characters without much effort. The problem was, because of the legendary Super Saiyan form, he was losing sanity throughout the fight. That was the main reason that the ending of the movie happened. At the end, we see the Z Warriors give their power to Goku for one last attack. Because Broly's energy was unstable, this was able to make Goku defeat Broly. While it doesn't really make much sense, it was the only way to really defeat Broly in this film since he was so much stronger than the rest. Some may say that because Broly lost to a Super Saiyan level character, he isn't impressive and will lose to a Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3 because of that. The main issue with that argument is that the movie scaling is completely different from the anime. Arguing that anime Goku is the same one that defeated Broly is just a terrible argument. That doesn't make any sense. You have to keep in mind that the Goku that will be fighting Broly, if it were the anime, would only have star levels of strength to maybe multi-star if you gave it to him. I don't, but if you want to give it to him, multi-star. So for Goku to defeat Broly with the additional help of the Z Warriors would just make no sense. That would mean this Goku that defeated Broly is stronger than the anime. In Broly's second film, we learn that he fights a Gohan that never stopped training from the Cell arc. This Broly is stated to be stronger than the Broly prior, so he's at bare minimum multi-galaxy level. We see this Broly throughout the film completely dominate everyone from Videl to Goten and Trunks to lastly Gohan. While there's no massive boost in power, we do know that his strength is higher than the film prior. It took Kamehameha from Gohan, Goten, and Goku to finish off the deadly threat. In Bio Broly, we learn that this is the strongest Broly we've ever seen. This will mean that the Broly in the film is the strongest. This is before he gets the cultural fluid on him, you know, that fluid that makes him into Bio Broly. I'm talking about the Broly in the tank. That one's stated to be the strongest form of Broly, which means he's stronger than the past few, but we don't get a quantifiable number into how much higher. We just know that he's stronger than the past few Brolys. Now, for recent statements. The Dragon Ball universe is a macrocosm. The fact that Broly destroyed a chunk of an infinite, growing universe gives him universal levels of strength. Broly in the original film was going to destroy the universe over time. Koyama is the creator of Broly, but there's something else he made that's very important. He also made Dragon Ball GT. Koyama stated that Broly is the strongest character he's ever made. Why does this matter? It matters because he made GT. Which means before Dragon Ball Super was even a thing, Broly was the strongest. Even higher than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron. Some may disagree with this because of the argument prior that he just lost to a normal Super Saiyan. But with what I said earlier, that argument should be null and void. There are others that believe Fusion Reborn Gogeta was stronger. The issue is that his best feat is shaking the universe and being bright enough to glow throughout the universe. Both feats are galaxy levels of strength, at the very least. But because Broly is universal, this wouldn't matter. Just because you can shake something doesn't mean you're at that level. You can shake a car, but that doesn't mean you can destroy one in a single hit. For those who argue that GT is stronger than Broly, we know that GT characters are universal as well. The difference is that Broly has the Koyama statement, and because Koyama is basically Akira Toriyama, both for GT and the movies, this means his statements are also as strong. For those who argue that the original anime and manga have a chance, they really don't. The best feat is Buhan collapsing the universe within itself, but this attack is a collapse. It isn't like a blast that destroys the whole thing, which makes it galaxy level to multi-galaxy at best, levels that Broly far exceeds. With all that being said, Broly is the strongest, and it's not close. Z Broly has statements, he has feats, and he's shown it. We've seen him destroy a galaxy just like Kid Buu. The issue is he has statements above Kid Buu. And he destroyed a whole quadrant. Kid Buu just destroyed small little galaxies in the original shot. But this is why Broly is the strongest. Before I go, I remember when Koyama was pissed when Beerus was introduced because Akira Toriyama finally made a character stronger than Broly. That was pretty funny. He was kind of crashing out.